But if I seem like I have a higher opinion of Biden today than I did before the election, it's because I have a higher opinion of Biden today than I did before the election. There's some healthcare provisions. People who lost their job, they're going to get free healthcare for a couple months. However, Biden has a really good foreign policy team behind him, so he might be able to.
So let me say here that in front of the Chinese side, the United States does not have the qualification to say that it wants to speak to China from a position of strength.
20年前、30年前，你们就没有这个地位讲这个话，因为中国人是不吃这一套的。
Now, the U.S. side was not even qualified to say such things even 20 years or 30 years back, because this is not the way to deal with the Chinese people.
It's been 102 days since Biden has been elected as president, and many die-hard anti-Trump leftists have become the biggest Biden apologists. They maintain that they are just against Biden and want more progressive change in the U.S., but they continue to make excuses for him. But the American Rescue Plan is good. No, it's kicking the can down the road. We're going to bring China to heel. Wrong. China is making the U.S. look bad. The only positive in the U.S. is leaving Afghanistan, with the potential pullout in April of this year. But we know that those 2,500 troops are going to be going to Africa, maybe Nigeria, to fight Boko Haram. That's just my assumption. So it's just shuffling people around. In a way, I'm glad Biden is president. It's easier to see who still wants American hegemony and who wants real change. I saw a right-wing watch say that AOC and Bernie are playing 7D chess, and saying that basically, there's no need for a revolution. I don't want that. As long as we keep voting for the squad and progressive people that will bring people to social democracy, things will be better off. I'm not going to bother to find the clip. Not right now. These people are in a bubble. Will these folks be praising Biden for pushing unemployment bennies after September, when the extension ends? I have a feeling they won't. The ground is shifting. The players are changing their rhetoric. Some are even saying there's no need for a revolution, as I previously said. The word for the next 4 years is nuance. Nuance for bombings in Syria, nuance for inflation, and nuance for war. Brunch is back on the menu. It's just a little expensive right now. When it gets cheaper, many progressives will push for the Dems in 2022 and push for social democracy. Of course, not everyone will benefit, but that's politics, in their eyes at least. Breadcrumbs and promises, at least that's my opinion. I don't think I have much else to say here. This is kind of the format of how I'm going to do it. Is I'm going to have a little script in front of me here that I type up, but I'm going to add my little bits here instead of just me rambling and going off and then blah, 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 you know. And I'm going to try to have it a little bit more structured. So I'm going to see how this goes. Maybe this is the progression of how I will be, but hopefully this is a little bit better. I'm just playing around with this idea, but I think it's easier than simply, oh yeah, well let me just turn on the, let me just use the StreamYard and download and all this. I'm going to make it a little bit more professional. I'm going to maybe do something like 2 times a week. Right now, that could change, but I think that's what I'm going to do in terms of this. But on the subject at hand, I think that we're going to see continued sort of, well, Biden is doing good things. And you know what? To be fair, yeah, he's doing what he can for right now within the system. But the hypocrisies are there, such as something I didn't include in this script in particular, but the fact that, they say, oh yeah, well, we like, marijuana, and we're going to try to legalize it, cannabis. But, of course, the Biden administration kicked some folks to the curb who said, yeah, I smoked weed in the past. Those people were kicked to the curb. So, like I say, you can hate the Republicans. Once again, I want to make sure I'm clear on this. And say, yeah, I'm against the Republicans and what they do. Sure. Yeah, the Republicans, not one of them voted for the American Rescue Plan. You're absolutely right. And you can be against, the Republicans and the Democrats. But to me, the Republicans are slowly dying. Why continue to use them as a point of argument as if they are relevant? Yeah, there's plenty of old white dudes who are in the Republican Party. But that's all they can do. They, don't really have that much. This is why people have talked about, the separation and, creation of a separate party. But, yeah. Like I say, maybe I'm being a little bit too easy and soft. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoy the background, and I hope you enjoyed this, the way that I'm doing this content now. And, yeah, I think that's about all I have. So see you later, and goodbye.